Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Stedman. Today I'll be teaching you how to make this beautiful summer blouse. It's done in hairpin lace and crochet. It's very easy to do. I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here is the list of material you're gonna need to make. To make this summer blouse, this is the yarn I'm gonna use. It's a new yarn that I found in Michael's. It's new there. It's from Loops and Thread, Cambria Big. It has 454 grams. It's fine to 100% acrylic and is gray at the color. It's like a little cord, nice and thin. Perfect for summer project. The hook for the center square that I'm gonna use is a 5mm, and then you're gonna need a hairpin lace loom to do the strap for around that square. You're gonna need to make 2 of those with 88 loops on each side. So this one is open to a 10 centimeter length. That's the width that we need for the strap. And for the strap of hairpin lace, you're gonna need a 3mm crochet hook. If you don't have one of these plastic hairpin lace, I have a video here on my channel that I teach you how to make your own, like this, made of wood. It's very easy to do. I made these by myself. You just need a drill and a drill bit and some dowels and a little piece of wood for each end, and that's it. You're gonna need 2 markers, this is optional, and tapestry needle and scissors. We are going to make 2 squares like this, and look how beautiful this look. I have already made some projects with this flower before. I have a blouse done just with granny square. I think it's 12 granny square made with these, and they look amazing. I'm going to leave the link in here, and another one that I did with one of these in the center. I love these because they are very easy to do and they look amazing. So I may do another project with this same motif, this center square. So I'm going to leave here some of those links, the link for the loom, the link for those other blouses, just in case you want to see them as well. In the beginning, you know, as we work, you see some eye in here. You can click on those and you'll have some link for some of my projects, and at the end as well. So we're gonna start with a square, and it's really easy to do. This is a very easy granny square to do. So we're gonna start with a square, and then after we're gonna do the strip hairpin lace, and then put together the 2 squares, and we have a nice little summer blouse. So it's a very easy project to do and very fast. We're gonna start creating a magic circle. So the easiest way for those beginners or anybody to do a magic circle is you leave a little bit of tail, and you wrap around the 3 fingers your yarn, crossing here in the top, like you're gonna do a slip knot. You grab your yarn from the back to the front, and you give it a little bit of the twist. You see, overlap this strand with the other one, crossing them like that. You see, and then you pass your hook, and then you grab your yarn on the other side here. You see, and then you chain 1, and you have your magic circle, 2 and 3, and you have the first double crochet. Now you have to do 23 more double crochet and 24 with this chain of 3, and those 23 you have to make sure that you do them in these 2 strands of yarn. Okay, so in total we have to have 24 double crochet with that chain of 3. Like this. I'm going to show you one more time how to do the magic circle. So you wrap your yarn on these 3 fingers. You see, you cross them in the top, bring the yarn through that loop, you see, and then you twist it here like this, and you can hold it here if you want and bring this here. It's easier. And then you pass your hook through that loop and you pass your yarn through here, and you have your first chain, and then you do 2 more and you have your 3 chains. And now you're going to do your other 23 double crochet for a total of 24. When you have your 24 double crochet, you will pull that tail and close your magic circle. Once you finish that, you pull the tail, you have a circle like this, and you're going to count 1, 2, and in the third one you're going to do a slip stitch, and like that you finish row number 1. Now we're going to create the space all the way around where you're going to have the petals of the flower. This is what we're going to create now here. This is space in here. So to do that, the first one you have to chain 8, 3 as the double crochet and 5 for the separation. So 1, 2, and 3 as the first double crochet, and now 5 for the separation. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that's the only one that will be with a chain of 8. You're gonna count 1, 2, and in the third space you're gonna do a double crochet. Now you're gonna chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, yarn over, 1, 2, and the third one again, a double crochet. Like this you're gonna continue, and you're gonna end up with a space. The number 8 will be in here. You do the double crochet, and then you're going to chain 5, and you're going to do the slip stitch on the third chain in here. But anyway, when I get to that point, after I have number 7, I will show you how to do number 8. Here I have my 7th space. Now I'm going to finish with number 8. I'm going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to count 1, 2, and in the third one I'm going to do my slip stitch, and like that we finish row number 2. For row number 3 we're going to do a slip stitch in here. We're going to chain 1, 2, and 3, and that count as the first double crochet of 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you're going to chain 2 for separation, and you're going to do 5 double crochet in the next space. And like this is how you're going to do row number 3. You're going to do 5 double crochet in the chain 5 space, and 2 double crochet, separating those 5 and 5. So I have 5 here. Now I chain 2, and I had to do 5 more in here. Like this is row number 3. Now we're going to finish row number 3. I'm going to do chain 2, is count 1, 2, and then the third one you're going to do a slip stitch. You're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now you're going to do a double crochet in that same space. As you see, you have a little hole in here where you did a slip stitch, and in there you're going to do a double crochet, and that's your first increase. Now you're going to do 3 double crochet in the next 3 double crochet. So that's 2 and 3. Now in here, and the last one, you're going to do 2 in the same space. So in row number 3 you had 5 double crochet. Now in this one you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochet on the top. You're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, yarn over, and in the first double crochet you're going to do 2 double crochet, 1 and 2 in the same space. Now you're going to do 3 separate, 1, 2, and 3, and in the last one you're going to do 2, 1 and 2. Now you have 7, and here you're going to chain 2, and you're going to continue doing this repetition all the way around. We're going to finish row number 4 with a chain 2 and a slip stitch on the third chain. Now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and we're gonna do a double crochet in that space. Now we're gonna do 5 double crochet. This is the same repetition of row number 4. The only difference than row number 4, we have 3. We made 3 double crochet, but now we have to do 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 separate double crochet, and 2 in this last space, 1 and 2. Now you're going to chain 2, 1 and 2. You're going to do 2 double crochet on the first double crochet in here, 1 and 2, like this. Now you're going to do 5 separate, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then the last one you're going to do 2, 1 and 2. You're going to chain 2, and you're going to continue with this repetition all the way around. In row number 3 we have 5 double crochet, in row number 4 we have 7, now in row number 5 we have 9. You're going to finish here with a chain of 2 and a slip stitch on the third chain, and that will be for row number 5. Once you finish row number 5, it will be like this. Now for row number 6, we don't gonna do any decrease or increase, just 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet, that will be 9, and a chain 3 for separation here. So you're gonna start with a chain of 3. Now 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet, and that chain of 3 counts as the first one, so we'll have 9 in here. Eight and 9. Now you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and again go to the next set of 9 and do 9 double crochet. You are going to continue doing this all the way around on each petals, and then do the chain 3 for separation, and when you get to the last one you're going to chain 3 and do a slip stitch on the third chain in here. And this is row number 6. Once you finish row number 6, it will look like this. Now in row number 7, we're going to start with decrease on the petals and increase on the chain space. And this chain space you will do 7, and this one you will do 13, and then 7, 13, 7, 13, 7, 13, and you're going to end up with 4 group of 7 and 4 group of 13. So in here we're going to start with a chain of 2 and a double crochet in the next double crochet, and that is our first decrease. So now you're going to do 5 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you have 2 left, and we're gonna do the decrease in here. So you're gonna do 1 double crochet, you're not gonna finish, and you're gonna do the last one, and you're gonna close the 3 loop, and that's the decrease. Now you're gonna chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, yarn over, and go to the first double crochet and do a double crochet, and don't finish, you have 2 loops, and go to the next one, do a double crochet, you have 3 loops, and close those 3 loops. Now you're gonna do 5 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you have 2 left. So you're gonna do the decrease. So you're gonna do 1, you don't gonna close it, just like this. You have 2 loops, and you got the next one, you have 3 loops, and close those 3 loops. Now you're gonna do 13 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Yarn over. You go to the next petal, and again you're gonna do a double crochet. You don't want to finish. You have 2 loops, and again the next one you have 3 loops, and you're gonna close those 3 loops, and you're gonna do 5 double crochet, a decrease at the end, and then you're gonna chain 7, and you're gonna do a decrease in the beginning at the end, and then the next one you do 13, and like this you're gonna continue until you go here, that you're gonna do 13 and a slip stitch in here. But I will meet you here to show you exactly where you're gonna do the slip stitch. Here I have my 13 chains, so now here I'm gonna count 1, 2, and on top of the third one here, that is the top of the double crochet in here, I'm gonna do a slip stitch. And like that you did that decrease in here in the chain 2, that was the first double crochet. So now we're gonna do the same. We're gonna chain 2, and in the next space we're gonna do a double crochet. So now you're gonna do 3 more double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. And now here you're gonna do a decrease. So you're gonna do a double crochet. You don't gonna finish, another double crochet, and you're gonna close those 3 loops. Now you're gonna chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And here in the chain 7 space you're gonna do a single crochet. Chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And here on top of this double crochet that is a decrease, you're gonna do a double crochet, and you don't want to finish. Now you go to the next one, do another double crochet, and you're gonna close those 3 loops for a decrease. Now you're gonna do 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3, and you're gonna do a decrease in the last 2. So do a double crochet, don't gonna finish, and a double crochet. Now you're gonna close those 3 loops, and you did a decrease. You're gonna chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You're gonna do a single crochet on top of this chain 13 space. Now you're gonna do 11 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, and a single crochet again in the chain 13 space. Now you're gonna do 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yarn over, and you're gonna do a decrease here, a double crochet here. You don't gonna finish, and 1 in the next one, and you're gonna close those 3 loops, and like that you did your first corner of the square. Now you're gonna do 3 double crochet, and a decrease in the last 2, and now you're gonna chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and a single crochet. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and a decrease. And like this you're going to continue working all the way around with these repetitions. So where you have a chain 7, you will do 7, a single crochet, and 7. You're going to do the decrease in the petal, and then in the chain 13 space you will do 7 chain, a single crochet, 11 chain, a single crochet, and 7 chain, and then the decrease on top of the petals. So you will have 4 of this group and 4 of this group. Here I have my 7 chains, and I'm gonna count 1, 2, and in the third one I'm gonna do a slip stitch, and like that we finish row number 8. Now in row number 9 we're gonna create the tip of the flower petal, and all the chain spans will be 7 this time, all the way around. So here we're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. We go to the next space and we're gonna do a double crochet. We're not gonna finish. We have 2 loops. To the next one, now we have 3 loops. To the next one we have 4 loops, and to the last one and we have 5 loops. Only in this one we're gonna have 5 loops on the top. So you're gonna pass your yarn through, chain 1. You're not gonna count that chain. So now you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You go to this chain 7 space and do a single crochet, chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Go to the chain 7 space and do a single crochet. Now 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now you have that loop from this chain space. So now you're gonna have here 6 loops. You're gonna do a double crochet. You're not gonna finish. You have 2 loops. Another one, 3 loops. Another double crochet, 4 loops. Another double crochet, 5 loops, and the last double crochet, 6 loops. So you have, you see, the one that you're carrying from the chain space. Now you're gonna close the 6 loop with the chain that you don't gonna count. Now you're gonna count 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You come here to this chain 7 space and do a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You go to that 11 chain space in here and you're gonna do a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and into that space of 11 again you're gonna do a single crochet to create a little tip of the square. Now you're gonna chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You come here to this chain 7 space, do a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And again you come here and you're gonna do a double crochet. You're not gonna finish. Another double crochet. You're not gonna finish. Another double crochet. You're not gonna finish. Another double crochet that you're not gonna finish, and the last double crochet that you don't gonna finish. You have 6 loop. You're gonna close to 6 loop with a chain, and then you're gonna chain 7 and do a single crochet, chain 7 and single crochet, chain 7, and then decrease on top of the petal, and then the corner. And the corners always will be like this. You see, you're gonna have a chain of 7, a single crochet in this chain 7 space, a chain of 7, a single crochet in the chain 11 space, chain 7, a single crochet in the same chain 11 space, and then a chain of 7, a single crochet in this chain of 7 space, and chain 7, and then you close the petal on the top. You see, and like that you start to see more the corners of the square. They'll seem more defined. We're gonna finish row number 9 in here, and the top of this petal where we close with this chain to close this double crochet. That's where we want to work now. You're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, yarn over twice, and you're gonna do a treble crochet in that space. You see, you go to that space here. It's a little hole. You go inside there, pass your hook, pass through the 2, 2, and 2, and now you are at the center of that stitch. Now for row number 10, you're gonna chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You go into the space of 7 and do a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Go to the next space and a single crochet. Like this, you're gonna work all the way around on row number 10, and here in the tip you're gonna do exactly the same as you did in the row before. From here You see, from here to here you're gonna have 7, and then you're gonna chain 7 and then do a single crochet in here too to create a little tip at the corner, and then you're gonna continue working all the way around. Here I'm gonna finish my square, but if you want this to be the square bigger, you can do another row all the way around, but if you do that, you'll have to figure out counting the amount of loops on the hairpin lace, and you have to do more. That's why if you want this bigger, the only thing that I recommend, that way you have the same amount of loops of my hairpin lace, is to use a bigger crochet hook. You can use a 5.5 or a 6 millimeter. That's the best recommendation that I can give you. So in here was where I start my row number 10 on top of this treble crochet. So that is where I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Here on top of that treble crochet, I'm gonna pass my hook right through. I'm gonna do a slip stitch, chain 1, cut the yarn and loose that tail, and like that you finish your square. And now we're gonna work on our hairpin lace strip. Remember, you have to do 2 of these and 2 of the hairpin lace. So once you finish, it will look like this, the square. Now we're gonna work on the strip of hairpin lace. So in here, I want to explain you. These ones are 2 loops for each space in here, and in the corner I have 6. That way I can have this more round. So in here I have 1, without counting the corner, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 space. So 8 times 2 is 16 loops on each side of the square. So I have 16 in here, 6 in the corner, 16 in here, 6 in the corner, 16 in that part in there, 6 in the corner, 16 in here, and 6 in the corner. That's my 88 stitches. So if you do this with more row, the square, so you have to add more loops to your hairpin lace, so it's 2 at a time, because you need 2 to create this motif in here. You see, each motif had 2 loops. So for example, if you have 1 extra loop around the square in this side here, so you have to add 2 more. So instead of 16, you'll have to have 18 here, 18 there, 18 in that part, and 18 in this one. So in total will be 8 more loops instead of 88. So that's why I recommend for you to do the square bigger, to use a bigger crochet hook. That way you stay with the same amount of loops. Okay. So now we're going to start with the hairpin lace, and this is the center in here of the hairpin lace. It's really easy to do. Now with the hairpin lace loom, we're going to come here, and I have this open to the maximum width, so it's a 10 centimeter in the last 2 little hole. So the center of this is this little hole in the center and here. So I have to make sure that the knot that I'm gonna do is right in the center. That way the loops are the same width in both sides. So I'm gonna come here, and I'm gonna do a knot. I'm making sure, you see, I'm guiding myself by this little hole here. When I pull, it's right in the center. Now I'm gonna do another one to secure that one. And here I had that is right in the center. So you're gonna wrap your yarn. If you've never done hairpin lace, I have a few videos on my channel that I show you with more detail how to hairpin lace. And this one is a little bit different because the center is different, so not all of them are the same. So now with my crochet hook, I'm gonna pass through these two loops here, these two strands of yarn, that loop in here, and I'm gonna grab the yarn and I'm gonna chain one. I'm gonna pass my hook to the back. I'm gonna flip my loom like this, and now in here I'm gonna pass through here. You see these two loops, but in there this time I'm gonna do 2 double crochet. I'm gonna yarn over. I'm gonna pass through here, and I'm gonna do 1, 2, and 3 double crochet. You pass your hook to the back, you flip your loom from the right to the left, and always wrapping around your yarn on that little post to the back. You see, it's always in the back. You yarn over, and now between these two loops here and the space in here is where we're gonna do the double crochet. So you pass through there and you do your 3 double crochet. That's 1, 2, and 3. You see? It's very easy. Now hook to the back, flip your loom, and always wrapping your yarn in here. You see, to the back, yarn over. Now in between these two spaces and here, you come here and you do 1, 2, and 3 double crochet. Again, hook to the back, flip your loom, and again yarn over. Now between these two, you're gonna do your 3 double crochet. So I hope you learned this like this, because I'm making another blouse with this same hairpin lace stitch, and here in the center to make another blouse but with less loops. So flip it to the back, come here and do your 3 double crochet. So I already have made my strap, so I just showing you how to do this. So I'm gonna do it one more time. Hook to the back. You see, you flip from this hand and it's like this, and at the same time wrapping around the yarn to the back, yarn over, and then you come here in between these two and you do your 3 double crochet. So now I have 4 on each side. You always have to have the same amount on each side, and that's 88. You see, once you finish, let's say I have my 88, you're going to chain 1, cut the yarn, and you can remove your piece from your loom, and it will be like this. So I already have made mine. I have it here ready to go. I already made one square completely. Now I have to work on this one, so that's how I'm going to show you. And remember, I recommend for you to do the 2 square first and then the 2 of these, and then it's easier for you to put it together. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna work in the hairpin lace. Here I have my 88 loops on each side, so I mark every 44. I mark. It's easier to count that way. So once you finish here with the last double crochet with the third one, you will chain 1, cut the yarn, and leave your tail there. So now we're gonna remove it from here, from the loom, and we're gonna start working with this piece and attaching it to the flower motifs, the granny square. Now we're gonna start working, and this part here, you see, and the inside, these two rows. First we're gonna do this one, and then the next one, and then after we're gonna work in the outside. These are the ones that are gonna be attached to the square. Okay. So in here, to have a better finish, what we're gonna do, we're gonna leave this loop for the end. The first one here, without working, we're gonna go to the next two. That way, when we finish the entire piece, the last one and this first one, we're gonna do them together, and it's a better finish. And here, the two of them are together and not a big separation in here. Okay. So now, you're gonna grab your yarn. You're gonna do slip knot, leave a tail long enough for loosening later, easier to lose. So you do a slip knot. You're gonna grab these two loops in here. You're gonna pass it through here, and you're gonna chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now in here, you're gonna do another double crochet. You're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. In the same space, you're gonna do 2 double crochet. 1 and 2. You're gonna chain 1. You're gonna grab the next 2. Make sure that you grab the next 2, that you don't leave any behind. I already have my yarn over here, you see. And in that space, you're gonna do 2 double crochet. Chain 3 and 2 double crochet. You're gonna chain 1, and you're gonna do that in 2 more spaces, in total of 4. And I will be right back. I had to change my battery because it's dying. So it start to look like this. So I changed the battery, and now I already have my chain 1 here. I'm gonna do my yarn over. I'm gonna grab my next 2, and this is group number 3. 1, 2 double crochet, chain 3 and 2 double crochet in the same space. Chain 1, grab the next 2, making sure I don't leave any behind, because otherwise I will have to take apart my piece to grab that one that I left. So yarn over, and I'm gonna do my stitch in the top. So each space at the square, I have 8 at this group, but right now I'm only doing 4 because this is gonna be the seam at this piece. So I want to have half in one side of the seam and half in the other side. Okay, so I'm only doing 4, but the other groups in here are 8, so I'm working from the half to the corner. So now this is the first corner. I'm gonna chain 1, yarn over, and I'm gonna make sure to grab my 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of these loops. So I'm going to pass the yarn through, and I'm going to do 1, 2 double crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and 2 double crochet, and this is one of the center corner. at the center of the square, the inside corner. So now we have to do a group in here of 8 different of these, and instead of 4 we're gonna have 8. So after you chain 1, you do yarn over and you grab your next 2 and do 2 double crochet, chain 3 and 2 double crochet. Like this. So this is what you're gonna do until you have 8 of these. Now in the next 8 you're gonna have, in the 2 loops, you're gonna have 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet and chain 1, and like that you do the next one and the next one until you have 8 of this group after you do the first inner corner. Okay, so here is one of the corner. I wanted to show you really well how nice they look. You see, here it is. You see, these are the 6 in here, and that's the corner. So now I have here my 8 groups of 2 loops with a stitch in the top. So I have 4 here. I have a corner of 6. You see, you can see the corner already. I have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I have to do the other corner. So I already chain 1. I'm gonna come here, yarn over, and I'm gonna grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 loop. I'm gonna do a double crochet, another double crochet. I'm gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and in the same space I'm gonna do 2 double crochet. I'm gonna chain 1 and I'm gonna continue with my groups of 2. Now I have to do 8 more, and that's the repetition that you're gonna do. So now I will show you. 1, 2, and 3, and 2 double crochet and chain 1. So you see in here I have 4 in here, I have a corner, I have 8 here, I have a corner. Now I have to do 8 more groups like this of 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet with the chain 1 separation. I have to do 8 of this group, and then after those 8 you will have to do a corner. When you do the corner of 6, you do 8 more of this group, you have another corner of 6, and then you have only 4 more groups in the end. So when we get to that part where you have to do those last one, I will show you how to finish it up in here and how to attach to this one here, okay, to create the square. So remember, in between corners are 8 groups of 2 loops each with 2 double crochet, chain 3, and 2 double crochet in the top with a chain 1 space, and in the corner you have 8 loops. Those are in the inner corner, and it's every 8 space. Except the last one, there's gonna be 4 left, okay, or 8 loops for 4 of this group. After you do the last corner, you will have 7 loop here because the number 8 is in the beginning of this strip. So once you do the corner, you will do these 2, these 2, and these 2. You will have 1 left, and I will meet you. Now we are at the end of the piece, so we have 1 in here and 1 at the beginning. So I already chain 1. Make sure that you have this yarn in the top and that the strip is not twisted. So now is the time for you to make sure of that it's not twisted anywhere around. So once you chain 1 and you do the yarn over in here, you're gonna grab the last one and the first one in here, and you're gonna do 2 double crochet. That's 1 and 2. you're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and you're gonna do another double crochet and another double crochet in the same space. You're gonna chain 1, you're gonna go to the first loop that you work, and top of the third chain you're gonna do a slip stitch in here. So now we're gonna work our next row in here, but before you do that, you're gonna grab the 2 tails, you're gonna tie a knot in here, and with those tails you're gonna sew this piece in here together in here, that way you don't see a seam in here, okay? So sew like this in here. After you do that, we're gonna start working in the next row of this, and at the same time we're gonna attach that row to this square in here. Okay, here I finished sewing the 2 ends together in here. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna attach this outer square with the inner square. I recommend to stretch this one a little bit. So something that I wanted to mention, if you watch the video before you do this project and you want to do only one row of this and the inside, what I recommend is, as you are working this outer square, each time you do a chain of 3, you attach to this one here, and that way you will have only one row of this in the inside. Okay, for mine I did the other one with 2, so I had to do this one with 2. So in here you finish it with a slip stitch, and then you're gonna do 2 more slip stitch to be in the center of the chain 3 space in here. Now in here you're not gonna count this one at the end or this one. Now you have 8 in here. So what you're gonna do is count 1, you see I don't count in the tip, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this number 5 is where we're gonna start attaching our pieces. So if you count here, you see this corner here, go with this corner here, and then if you count in here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a number 5 here. You're gonna attach to number 5 here. So each one of these motifs have a chain space here. So you're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and you're gonna do a double crochet, chain 1, and then I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then number 5 in here I'm gonna do a single crochet. I'm gonna chain 1, yarn over, and 2 double crochet in here. So it's very easy to do. Now you're gonna chain 1, go to the next space in here, and do 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, chain 1, grab the next space of chain 7 and do a single crochet, chain 1, yarn over, and 2 double crochet. Chain 1 and start to look like this. See? Now again in here, in the next one, you're gonna do 2 double crochet, chain 1, go to the next chain 7 space, do a single crochet, chain 1, yarn over, 2 double crochet. Chain 1, and you're going to continue doing this all the way around, exactly the same. Here in the corner you're going to do exactly the same as you're doing in here. You see, corner with corner, and this one with this one. And then you're going to continue all the way around doing exactly the same until you get to this space in here that I'm going to show you how you're going to finish in here. Okay, but it's exactly the same. Two double crochet, chain one, a single crochet in here, chain one, two double crochet, chain one for separation, and then two double crochet in the next space, and like so all the way around. Once you finish in here, you see this is the last one and this is the first one in here. Okay, you're gonna chain one for separation, and in this one you're gonna count 1, 2, and then the third chain here you're gonna do a slip stitch, chain one, cut the yarn, and loose that tail, and your piece will look like this in there. You see? So now we're gonna work all the way around our piece. Here we're gonna do now the outside rows. In between these stitches now you're gonna have 2 chain in the first and second row, except in the corners here. You see, this is the corner. You're gonna have in the first row 4 chain, and in the second row 5 chain, and in the corner here you're gonna have 3 double crochet, chain 3 and 3 double crochet, and the same in the top. That's the only difference from the inside, that we're doing 2 chains in here and then a little more in the corner. That way it's more like this. Okay, so we're gonna start in here with a slip knot, and here was where we attached the 2 ends, and then we have these 2 in here. They are exactly the 2 from here. You see, in this side you have them in this side here, right straight to the other side. So you have to make sure that you grab the ones that they're like this. You see, the 2 underneath here are the 2 on the top here. You don't want to grab this one with this one here. You see, so these are the 2 that you're gonna start. Once you grab those 2, the rest will go as they're supposed to. So I have my slip knot here. I'm gonna grab those 2 and I'm gonna pass this in here, and I'm gonna chain 3. So that's 1, 2, and 3, and now I'm gonna do another double crochet, chain 1, 2, and 3, and another double crochet, another 2 double crochet. Now you're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, yarn over, and then you're going to make sure that you grab the next 2. Don't miss one, because then you have to undo your work and go back again and do it all over again. So these 2, you're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2, and 3, and 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, chain of 2, yarn over, and here you're going to grab these 2, and again you're going to do 1, 2 double crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and again 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, chain 2, 1 and 2, yarn over, grab the next 2. Sometimes you have to pull them because they get shorter, because these get open a little bit here, the double crochets. So you're gonna do 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 and 3, 2 double crochet, chain 2, and again another motif in here, 2 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3, and 2 double crochet, 1 and 2. I want to see if that's the right place for the corner now. Yeah. So here, these two that I did here, you see, are on top of these two of the 6 in here. Now the next two is my corner. So now what I have to do is chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, yarn over, grab these two. Now I'm going to do 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, 3 double crochet, chain 4, and again grab the next two and do 2 double crochet, one, 2 and 3, and 2 double crochet and chain 2, and like this you're going to continue all the way around. Okay, at this first row at the outer square, 1 and 2, like this. You see, this is the corner here. So the next row is the same as this one, except in here, and instead of 4 you're going to chain 5 before the corner. That's the only difference for the next row. And then you're going to do one of the square completely, finish, lose the tails, and then when you're working in the second square, in the second row at the outside, we're going to start attaching this square with the other one. But I'm going to show you here how to finish this one and how to start the second row, and then after that you continue do the first one, and then in the second one we are attached together. Once you chain 2, you're going to come here, 1, 2, and the third chain you're going to do your slip stitch, and like that you finish row number 1 in the outer square. So you're going to do 1 and 2 slip stitch until you are at the center of the chain 3 here. You're going to chain 3 again, 1, 2 and 3. You're going to do another double crochet, chain 3 and 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, chain 2, 1 and 2, go to the next space and do 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and chain and do 2 double crochet, chain 2, and continue all the way around. That will be row number 2 at the first square. When you are doing row number 2 at the second square, you're gonna work from here to the first corner, and then we'll meet you here. Okay, I already have done one entire square. This one is the first one. You see, these are the 2 rows in here. So now I'm working in my second row of my second square. So when I get here to the corner, I will show you how to attach this one to the other one. Okay, and remember here you have to chain 5, do the corner and chain 5. Okay, here I have my full square, wrong side facing up, right side facing down. So we're gonna start with this corner here. So in here I'm gonna finish this first corner, and I'm gonna chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. remembering here is 4 and the next row is 5. Here you're going to do a yarn over and you're going to do 3 double crochet, chain 1. You're going to grab this corner in here and you're going to do a single crochet, chain 1, yarn over, 3 double crochet in here, 1, 2 and 3. You're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over, 2 double crochet in the next space, chain 1, and you're going to find the one in the back from the other square, and you're going to do a single crochet, chain 1, and you're going to do 2 double crochet the same way that we attach this outer square with the flower square. We're doing this in here. Okay, so you're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and then here you're going to do 1, 2 double crochet, chain 1, grab the next one, do a single crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. Like this you're going to continue until you have 3 left in here and this side. So you're going to chain 2 and continue. This will look like this in this side. So in here, this is the full square. You have the corner here, so you're going to work until you have 1 and 2 and the corner 3. These 3 open. When you go to this one here, I will meet you here. Once you finish in the side, it will look like this, the union of the 2 pieces. So in here I have those 3 in here, and then I'm gonna continue working in this square until I get to the same place in the other side as well as this. This one is for the opening at the arm. So now you're gonna continue working all the way around. So this is the opening for the arm, so you're going to continue working in this one alone all the way around, all the way through the top. This is going to be the top of the blouse, and then you get to the corner here. You see, you work in the corner and then in 2 more, and when you get to number 4 here, we're going to start attaching this one with this one here and the side and here, and then we're going to continue working until we get to the corner here, attaching the 2 together. And then after that, you're going to continue working in this one alone to finish this up. So after that, it will be like this. You see, with the opening for the arm in here, and then the other side, and then we're going to work on the top and finish our blouse on the top here. Okay. So work around this one alone until you get to past this corner, do these 2, and then in this one. So okay, here I did the corner and the other 2, that's 3, and I'm in number 4 here, counting the corner. Number 4 is this one. You're going to chain 1 after you do the 2 double crochet. Make sure that your yarn is in the top, not in between. So you're going to count the corners 1, 2 and 3, and in number 4 here I'm going to do my single crochet, chain 1, yarn over, and 2 double crochet. Now you're going to continue working like this until you get to the corner, you know, attaching one piece with the other one. When you get to the corner, you'll work only in this one until you get to the end, and after that we're going to work on the top of the blouse. Here I finished with the slip stitch. On the 3rd chain, I'm going to chain 1, cut the yarn and lose that tail. Here I did one on my shoulder and the side of the arm like this. This is the armhole here. So this is what I did. It will look really nice. So I started here and I did a chain of 41, and I did a single crochet here. I did another chain of 41 and I did a single crochet in the chain 5 space. I did another of 41 and I did a single crochet in this corner space, and then I did 35 and I did a single crochet in here, and I did one of 31 single crochet and another of 31. So 341, 135 and 231. So in here we are, this is under the arm, and you're going to start with a slip knot, and you're going to come here to this one. You're going to chain 1 and do a single crochet in here. I don't count that single crochet. Now you're going to do 41. So I'll meet you here when I have my 41. Here I have my 41 chains. I'm going to go to the space next to the one that we work, and we're going to do a single crochet. I don't count a single crochet. Now we're going to do 41 more for the next space. So I'll meet you here when I have my 41. Here I have my 41. Now in the space here of chain 5, in between these two motifs, you're going to do a single crochet. Now you're going to chain again 41. Here I have my other 41, and now in the corner here you're going to do a single crochet, and now you're going to do 35. Once you have your 35, you're going to here at the space chain 5 and you're going to do a single crochet. Now you're going to do 31. Once you have your 35, you're going to do a single crochet in this space here, and now you have to do 31 more, and that's the last of the chain space in this side. Once you have your last 31, you're going to do a single crochet in the space in here. You're going to chain 1, cut the yarn, and now we're going to work on the other side. Here, this is the part that we did, and I turn it around. Now we're going to work on this side. This is the corner here, so you're going to count 1 and 2, and this one here is where we're going to start. You're going to grab your yarn, you're going to do slip knot, and you're going to come here and you're going to chain 1, and in there you're going to do a single crochet. Now here we did in the last one 31, so we're going to do 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. We're going to grab this one here, the first one. We're going to do a single crochet in here, and that will be number 16. Now we have to do 15 more, and that will be your 31. Okay. Here I have my 15, so now you're going to go to the second space in here, and you're going to do a single crochet. Now again, you're going to chain 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. You're going to grab the next chain 31 space, and you're going to do your single crochet. And now again, you're going to do your 15 chains. Here I have my 15, so I'm going to do a single crochet in the chain 5 space here. Now the one that is next is a 35, so you're gonna do 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. You're gonna grab the next chain 35 space. You're gonna do a single crochet, and now again you're gonna do 17 chain, and you're gonna do a single crochet in the corner here. So once you finish with the single crochet here, you have 3 here, and these 3 are a 41 chain each. So this time you're gonna do a chain of 20, a single crochet in here, a chain of 20, a single crochet here in the space of 5 chain, a chain of 20, a single crochet in the second one here, a chain of 20, a single crochet in here, a chain of 20, a single crochet in here, a chain of 20, and a single crochet here, chain 1, cut the yarn and lose the tail. So it's very easy. Now I have to do 20 in here. Here I have my chain of 20, so I'm gonna grab my first of 41 in here, and I'm gonna do a single crochet, and I'm gonna do a chain of 20 again, and I'm gonna do a single crochet in the chain 5 space in here. Here I have my 20, and I'm gonna do my single crochet in the chain 5 space. Now I have to do my 20 single crochet here, 20 a single crochet in here, 20 a single crochet here, and 20 a single crochet here. Chain 1, cut the yarn, lose your tail, and you done your blouse. And you have to do the same on the other side. Well, this is the end result, and it looks really nice, especially when you put it on. And my mannequin, this look a little bit big because she's a size medium and I'm a size large, but when I put it on, it looked really nice on my shoulders. So I hope you guys like it and give it a try, and give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you make this piece and you want to send me some pictures, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Stedman, or you can find me on my Instagram, Ruby Stedman Crochet. Please share my video with friends and family, that way you help me grow here in YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.